So this is tiny home number 3. Hey guys, it's Brandon here with Investment Joy, and I wanted to introduce to you today my $500 tiny home. This comes from the last live stream we did Thursday, and I wanted to show some of my watchers what $500 a month will buy you here in Ohio. Now, if it were up to me, I would own 1,000 of these things because they're awesome, but they're illegal. And I'll explain it to you in this video why these are technically illegal, or at least nearly impossible to build more of in most of the United States, and I'll show you kind of the ins and outs of owning tiny homes. If you like this kind of video, make sure you like and subscribe so I can bring you to my other tiny homes and some of my other quirky real estate investments that are putting money in my pocket each and every month. I bought this one a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I think I had $15,000 in the acquisition of it, and it's been a great moneymaker. And I wish I had 100 of these, but I don't, because they're illegal to build, or they're almost impossible to build. You have to get a variance from practically every city to do it, because they don't like you to build cheap houses. Now, at this point in the video, I wanted to go into a little more detail about the legality of these. Here is a statement from the city of Cleveland, Ohio, where they kind of explain that tiny houses aren't illegal. You just have to put them on a lot with a big giant house, and that house has to be, by law, a minimum of 950 square feet. Otherwise, it won't get zoned correctly. And like most of the United States, the taxes here in Ohio just keep going up every single year. But in addition to this, the size of the average home in the United States is also constantly growing. In the years post-World War II, the average American home was only 1,000 square feet. Today, it's over 2,600. Now let's look at the math here. If you would take the average purchase price for a home in the United States, divide it by the average square footage, you would get a total per square foot size of $153 per square foot. Now, if we would take the city of Cleveland, Ohio, and we would multiply their minimum square foot of 950 by the average price per square foot, you would end up with a little over $145,000. But what if it was half that? Well, you would end up with a total of around $70,000 for a home. But it won't produce the tax base like most cities are accustomed to getting, so therefore they make them impossible to build. Now back to my tiny house. We've been renting this one for about $425 a month, and my post-coronavirus pricing is going to increase the cost on this to, I'm guessing, about $500. Oddly enough, in this neighborhood, we've got quite a few properties that are, I've seen, when I say quite a few, I've seen the last 3 I've seen that were 2 bedrooms. This is a 1 bedroom, and we're going to go, ow. We'll look at it here real quick. The last 2 bedrooms that I've seen are renting for $1,200 to $1,400 per month in this very specific neighborhood. Not the greatest neighborhood on the face of this planet, but it's pretty dang good. It's close to downtown. And it's just an odd situation that they're going for $1,200, so I feel like I'm going to save people and give them a deal at $500. Here we are. And we've still got some more work to do in this house. Smells awesome in here. My crew's watching. Whatever you did worked. So this is the tiny house. This is what would be considered the living room. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but I think it's probably a 10 by 10 or maybe a 12 by 10. This is the living room. You walk into it from the front door or side door, whatever you want to call it. This is the primary bedroom, just a standard little room. I'm guessing this is maybe 8 by 8. We'll do a real quick walk, and we'll do a real quick turnaround. Looks pretty good in my opinion. I tell people I want to own a single house that I would not live in, but my standards are much different than I think a lot of people. But people, let me know in the comment section. Would you rather have a tiny house like this for $500 a month? And we've got, I don't think we went with LVT on this one. No, we did do LVT on this one. That's just cheap wainscot. I've got standard Menards countertops. Those are standard builder grade Menards cabinets. I've got used appliances in here, but it's $500 a month. So let me know, is this quality something that you would expect for $500 in a neighborhood that has apartments for $1,200 a month? Or would you be willing to spend $1,200 a month for the nicer upgrade? Let me know in the comment section. But for better or worse, like I said, these are just about illegal to, I hit the camera on the ceiling. These are almost illegal to build. You have to get a variance from the city because they're too small. And this is the case in almost every municipality in the United States, because my property taxes on this property, if I had a house in this neighborhood, oh my gosh, I'm running the wall. If I had a house in this neighborhood, a normal large house, it would produce about $1,500 a year for the local school district, the local municipal government. This specific house, because of the size, would only produce about $400 a year in taxable revenue. $1,500 a year versus $400 a year. And it's just a situation, for the most part, municipalities don't want tiny houses because they don't produce tax revenue. So the last room in here is going to be the bathroom. I don't believe our cleaner has come in yet. It smells good, but we've got some dirt still on here, and this one's going to be rented. I'm hoping it'll be done in about a week. It doesn't look bad, but it's not great either. Yeah, they must be in here off and on because there's cleaning supplies in here. And there's an interesting story here. I think there's an interesting story because it involves a certain kind of offender. I say that right, offender? So as my company grows, we're getting more efficient. I'm hiring more staff on. Kim's great. She was at the office during the start of the live stream today, which we're totally screwed up on. Our background checks. She's really helping us get better tenants. We had a situation where we almost rented this house to an offender because I'll totally get demonetized on this video if I say what kind of offender he is. But he actually, we found out because he attacked somebody I knew. We went through the process. I would not have caught that had it been me running the whole entire show. So I'm very thankful, very happy. I'm getting better and better people involved in my organization. We called a caseworker that was involved, and there were actual physical tears shed over that situation because we denied the application. And we said, hey, we cannot have a person that commits these kinds of offenses to people in my organization, although they were off in another branch. And it's just absolutely crazy. So for better or worse, we're hoping to get a better tenant in here any day now. So it's just a kind of interesting story, kind of what it is. But let me know what you think about this tiny house for $500 a month. Like I said, it's a really good moneymaker because I only have $15,000, $20,000 in it. And I've owned it since 2015, I want to say. So it's a pretty interesting deal. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Be sure to like and subscribe like the video, subscribe to the channel, and visit our sponsor if we have one. Otherwise, participate in one of our giveaways. Thanks for watching.